Favoring, opposed, items carried.
Under the accept work, item 15 has been pulled from the agenda and will not be considered. Items 10 and 13 have been removed for separate consideration. Is there a motion on the ballot?
Move. Second.
Favoring, opposed, items carried.
Okay, under purchasing and tabulation of bids, since your list was distributed at item 17, has been removed for separate consideration, and that's the only one under purchasing and tax. Is there a motion on the ballot?
Move. Second.
Favoring, opposed, items carried.
Okay, under resolutions and ordinances, since your list, was distributed, item 24 has been pulled from the agenda along with, no, just item 24 has been pulled from the agenda. Other items pulled and not to be considered are items 26, 27, 36, 37, 38, and that's it, I believe. So items not received at this point and will be considered at the end of the agenda are items 28, 29, 30, 46, 53, 56, 58, and 64. Items removed for separate consideration are 31, 32, 33, 34, 34A, 35, 39, 40, 41, 43 through 45, 52, 54, 54 was added as to be removed after your list was distributed. Also, to remove were 59 and 63 and 65. It's the ordinance and resolution.
54 was added to the full list and will be considered separately. Bring it to a vote on the remaining consent agenda. Favoring, opposed, items carried.
Okay, items removed for separate consideration. Item 10 is there a motion?
Second.
Discussion.
Councilmember Green.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, I just want to give kudos to this particular contractor. They did an outstanding job in our Woodside neighborhood with regard to the neighborhood reconstruction project. They were clean. They were very conversant with the neighbors. Neighbors worked very well with the neighborhood. Public Works did an outstanding job keeping us abreast of the project, and I think they finished ahead of schedule. So I just wanted to give kudos to this particular contractor and Public Works for working with our office and working with the neighborhood to make this a great project.
Okay, Councilmember, for the comments, moving to a vote. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
Item 13, is there a motion?
Move.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
Item 17, is there a motion?
Move. Second.
Discussion. Item has been tagged by Councilmember Green.
Item 25 is an ordinance.
Discussion. No, 24 has been pulled. Apparently, Ms. Panano sent an email out saying that item was pulled. It has not been pulled, and I want to make sure everybody sees that it is on the agenda.
Go ahead.
24 has been pulled, as reflected on your sheet, Ms. Russell's rendition. 25 is still on the agenda. Councilmember Christie, tag item 25, discuss item 25.
Tag 25.
Who did that? Councilmember Martin, tagged by Councilmember Martin.
Item 31 is an ordinance.
Everybody's on 31. Discussion. Favoring, opposed, carries.
Item 32 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, carries.
Item 33 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, carries.
Item 34 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Councilmember Green.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, this is regarding, I guess, the PFC charge as well as the MOU with regard to United Airlines. I just want to publicly go on record to say that United is a fantastic company, and I'm glad, in fact, that they've decided to continue to invest in Houston with this agreement. It is a long-term agreement and really looks to the future of our airport and looks to the future of the city of Houston. So I'm very pleased with this. I have met with finance, and I will continue to monitor the financing on the city side with regard to how we move forward with Terminal D and of course, United State Care Terminal B. I think this is a great MOU. I think it's great for the city, and I'll urge my colleagues to support this. Thank you.
Vice Mayor Pro Tem Davis.
Thank you, ma'am. I want to say the same thing. I urge my colleagues to support this. We're going to go out to IAH and on the ground to see how this transformation is going to occur. And United needs this to move forward so they can take care of the business, so they can shift airlines over and then begin the construction. So again, it's very important. First step, the agreement that United needs to proceed. So again, I want to thank everyone for their vote in advance.
Councilmember Pennington.
Thank you, Mayor. I agree with the council members, and I met with United and with the airport personnel, and I think it's a great thing to use Terminal C as an interim landing spot for international passengers so that we don't have to build a new terminal. We can rebuild the Mickey Leland terminal while we're using C for international service, and I think that's an economic thing, and it's a good strategic thing for the airport. And I think most of the money that will be collected here will go to general improvements to the airport rather than to subsidizing anything that United does, since it has sole possession of certain of the terminals, and the money has to be used for combined purposes. So I think it's a good item, and I think we should all vote for it. Thank you.
Councilmember Christie.
Ditto with the other council members who have stated, and it is great for the city, but in traveling internationally, I just observed that we have to do this to remain competitive internationally, because this is going to be a go-to place internationally if we want to have the first-class airport.
Councilmember Boykins.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to be on record in support of this. I had an opportunity to meet with the director as well, and I've talked to him for many years prior to being on council about the PFC process and how far behind we have been over the years. And even with the limited resources he's had over the years to do improvements, Councilmember Pennington, as you were referring to, he's done, I believe, a fantastic job from that perspective. But this will allow him to do some additional things to make our airport operate better. So I just want to be on record saying I think this is a great one. I wish it was a $6.50 PFC increase for the sake of what needs to be done. Because I'm going to tell you on record. No, I'm going to tell you why I'm on record. And my colleague is saying no. My focus is moving towards Ellington Field. And I think we're missing a wonderful opportunity out there. Resources are holding us back. So That's why I said that. Maybe $9. What do you think, Mr. Conservative? Thank you, Mayor.
The United representative is in the audience. A little upset right now. Mayor Pro Tem Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mayor. This is extremely important. I believe we saw double-digit increases in international travel last year, so we definitely understand the need. I think with the proposed second A380 coming as well, I think we need to make sure that we have the facilities, as Councilmember Christie stated, to be able to keep up with that growth. I want to thank United for their announcement here this week about the direct flight to Santiago, Chile as well. So, I mean, this is really, things are really booming, and we've got to make sure that we're keeping up the pace. I want to thank the Houston Airport System and United for working together to ensure that this MOA works for everyone, for all parties involved. It's been a transparent process, and it lays out a framework on how to go forward. So hopefully my colleagues will consider supporting it. Thank you.
Councilmember Nguyen.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to say thank you to Mario and Michelle, who came to my office yesterday and answered my barrage of questions and made everything clear to me. Despite what Councilmember Boykin said, I'm glad that this fee is not exceeding $450, because District F is the international district, and these folks travel. They don't need to pay more, but we're still helping the city out. Thank you.
Council members, we certainly appreciate the support around this table, and I want to publicly offer my appreciation to United for working so closely with us. Councilmember Christie, our international terminal is an embarrassment compared to other major international airports, and we could have gone it alone, but it's much better working in close coordination with United Airlines so they can improve their terminal, we can improve ours for the foreign flight carriers, and make a seamless process. And so this is a great step forward. Thank you. Moving to the vote on this item, favoring, opposed, item carries. Councilmember Stark voted no.